Few are born with a silver spoon, and the truth is that most of us will have to sweat a lot to achieve the financial prosperity we aspire to. Research shows there are notable and surprisingly simple differences between those with modest incomes and those destined for success, and I'm about to detail them for you. Television versus reading. Want to discover what common habit unites extremely successful individuals like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Warren Buffett? The answer is simple. They read a lot. Warren Buffett, the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway and the fourth richest man in the world with a current fortune of $90 billion, is one of the biggest advocates of this habit. When asked about the key to his success, Buffett points to a stack of books and explains that he reads 500 pages every day, dedicating up to 80% of his free time to this practice. Self-taught millionaire Steve Siebold interviewed 1,200 wealthy people about their daily habits and found that they all listed reading as a common pastime. Steve also concluded that wealthy individuals read primarily for education, while those with lower incomes read for entertainment, opting for tabloids, magazines, and fiction. Reading is often replaced by television, which requires minimal effort and offers fewer opportunities for knowledge enhancement. Author Tom Corley, who wrote Rich Habits: The Daily Habits of Wealthy Individuals, also found that 67% of the 177 wealthy individuals earning more than $800 watch TV for an hour or less per day. In contrast, only 23% of those earning less keep their TV time under 60 minutes. There's also a difference in the type of TV people watch, as reality shows, which offer mindless escapism, are preferred by 78% of the participants, while only 6% of the wealthy admit to enjoying a few good, silly reality shows. Lottery mentality. A study published in 2008 found that individuals who considered themselves poorer bought twice as many lottery tickets as their wealthier counterparts. With less disposable income for unnecessary expenses, why are those with lower incomes more prone to adopting these risky gambling habits? It all boils down to a mindset aptly called the lottery mentality. Simply put, poorer individuals often mistakenly view the lottery as the best opportunity to drastically improve their financial situations. This is because gambling is marketed in a way that leads us to believe that the poorest in society have as much chance of winning as the wealthiest, which is partly true. The danger lies in the fact that the lottery encourages people to dream of a scenario that, statistically speaking, is very unlikely to happen. We've all been guilty of this mentality at some point. After all, who doesn't dream of a few million suddenly appearing in their bank account? In reality, by idly thinking, if I won the lottery now, all my problems would be solved, you are subconsciously avoiding going out and solving those problems for yourself. This fantasy of being struck by random luck is what keeps people playing, and thus the lottery mentality, which can be applied to any form of gambling, becomes a vicious cycle that hinders people from escaping poverty. The best way to break free from this negative mindset is to turn desires into goals, think realistically about how to achieve them, and, most importantly, remember that the lottery is a losing game. Networking. Ever heard the phrase, "It's not what you know, it's who you know"? This is especially true when climbing the ladder of success. After all, you'll need a helping hand along the way. According to Corley's book, 79% of the wealthiest participants dedicated approximately 5 hours or more per month to networking, attributing meaningful connections with like-minded individuals as the key steps to their success. This commitment to opportunistically building relationships was replicated by only 16% of those earning less, who often prefer to forge their own path in life. This doesn't mean money can buy friendship. In fact, a social analysis showed that wealthy individuals spent, on average, 10 minutes more alone per day and 26 minutes less with family. This implies that financially successful people always focus on a bigger goal and recognize the need to collaborate with others to achieve it. Those with lower incomes may spend more time socializing in general, but these relationships tend to lean more towards the personal rather than the professional. Spending habits. When you picture the rich and famous, you probably envision flashy cars, designer clothes, and mansions in the most expensive neighborhoods. But what if I told you that materialism is more often associated with the poorer members of society? To some extent, we all partake in the culture of consumerism and value material possessions, but excessive spending can have a detrimental impact on your quality of life. According to the American Psychological Association, the overall well-being of Americans has significantly decreased since the 1950s, while total consumption has risen. Those who flaunt their wealth through external appearances are often associated with celebrity culture, but many self-made high earners may not look stereotypically rich at first glance. This is because many successful individuals recognize the importance of long-term spending, meaning things that may not have beneficial returns in the future, such as expensive jeans or the latest iPhone, hold little value. On the other hand, the less privileged may sometimes be more concerned with masking their true financial situation by presenting themselves as something they are not. This can involve keeping up with the latest trends or using a credit card to buy a cooler car. These things can be described as short-term investments and are often seen as wasted money rather than something capable of promoting progress or financial gain. Waking up early. We all struggle to get out of bed on some mornings, but a glimpse into the lives of the very wealthy reveals that they often wake up when most of us are still sound asleep. In fact, the wealthiest individuals, like Apple CEO Tim Cook, who famously starts his mornings at 3:45 a.m., have identified the habit of waking up early as a key to success. Corley's 5-year study found that 50% of all 177 self-made millionaires surveyed woke up at least 3 hours before heading to work. The morning activities of the rich and famous are diverse, with some, like Michelle Obama, hitting the gym at 4:30 a.m. In addition to making the most of every hour of the day, scientific research has suggested that the late morning is when our brains are most active, so being awake and alert is crucial. Professor Steve Kay from the University of Southern California explained that this happens because our body temperatures begin to rise before we wake up and continue to do so throughout the morning. Our working memory, alertness, and concentration also gradually improve and peak during these active hours. This means that hitting the snooze button can be a real disadvantage, as we start the day less prepared to seize this precious brain time. So, perhaps it's time to leave the snooze button behind. Understanding the habits of the wealthiest people won't turn us into millionaires overnight, but it will set us on a path toward financial freedom. This is the Moto Millionario channel, and now other video options are appearing on the screen for you to watch. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next video.